Good morning, Solid Steppers. It's Miss Ward coming to you. Getting a late start today because I'm focusing on the admin part of the business. Um, what I want to talk about is organization and processes. The reason I'm having this conversation is that people who know me, they know the extent. Well, they have an idea of the extent. They don't know the extent of my business. But for instance, wherever you are, if you have an idea, put actionable steps in place and execute consistently. You must execute. If you execute, things will come to pass. That's why I'm looking in the camera talking to you. So, prime example, I'm in the state of Florida. Anybody that's driven through the state of Florida knows how huge. I was actually talking to one of my students, and he was saying it's 3.5 hours across the long way to get through a state and 45 minutes to get through the state the other way. So I'm like, really? But the reality is, Florida's a huge state, so it's like a mini country. So everything I execute and do here is because this is the geographical location that I've been given, and it's my responsibility as a business owner to maximize that area. So basically, I develop relationships and I, as you know, coach and train, but also I'm always training people to run their own businesses. If they can't run their own business, I always give them optimal options as far as who to work for, where to relocate, and the best opportunities for them, and the best companies to work for that are going to give you an edge if you do decide to come into the market, or to work for these companies and work part-time for yourself, get your skills set up, get your money up, get your business acumen up, so that when you do step out in this arena, you are elite. And that's exactly how I move. So, prime example, I'm going to give you an example of my day. I just got back in town. I've been out of town last week, traveling through the different areas that I cover and service and working with my technicians. So, prime example, I'll have a subcontractor, let's say in the state of Georgia. If he or she runs into an issue with like a seal system or something like that, I simply go up, help them knock out the job, make sure they have supportive training, because we know where the areas of opportunity are. And see, there's nobody doing that. And I do it. This came out of the coaching because I would coach people and they'd be in certain areas they struggle with this and that. I connect them to my network, and then all of a sudden they get leads, they get the support they need. And I think that's so important. But I think you have to be careful because everybody shouldn't be in your network. Everybody should not have access because they're not going to represent your brand properly. So I think that's where the vetting process comes in. And I think a lot of people listen to what people say, not what people do. Like, I've been in situations and partnerships where things have been delayed because there was no meeting room or central place where we could come together and come to an agreement. And everybody was trying to do their best, but they were doing it their way. And that ultimately hurt the product. So at the end of the day, y'all gotta excuse me because, of course, money's always coming my way. Bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna pause this.